Hey, I am Miss Jennifer from VskiCosmetology School, and I am the Director of Education here. And one of the things that I want to connect with you today on is our Aesthetics program. So maybe not just our Aesthetics program, but Aesthetics in general, as well as maybe the Aesthetics programs that you're seeing outside of here, right? So there's a lot of information going around. There's a lot of inquiries happening. I know I talk to tons and tons and tons of people. And here's the thing, they have the same questions that most people do, and they're valid questions, right? Here's the problem that they're having is getting good, correct, accurate, detailed answers, okay? And I think for such a big investment into such a large part of your future, financially, time-wise, educational, like you need to have these answers. So I really want to make sure that I'm providing that stuff for you. And if I haven't, I want you to get in contact with me. So you can contact me at info@VskiCosmetology.com. If you don't already have my cell phone number, email me, info@VskiCosmetology.com, and I will send you my cell phone number directly so that you can call me, email me, you can text me. I will talk to you any way, FaceTime, I don't care. I will talk to you any way that I can or any way that you want to so that I can make sure that you get the most accurate information so you can make some decisions, right? Like, I mean, it's so hard to make these decisions when, you know, honestly, the number one thing that's happening is that I think people are their own roadblock, their own fear, because they're not getting all their questions answered. So when it comes to something like this that's either been a dream, right? Like you've been dreaming about doing this. You've been thinking about it for a long time because you're very interested in it and you're ready to commit to something, but you're not sure what and who to commit to because you don't know enough information. And you know, there's other factors involved, and that's going to be time, and that's also going to be money. Okay, so I said it, right? Money. And we'll talk about those things, okay? So let me start first by telling you that VskiCosmetology School is a very, very small school. We designed it that way for a reason, and it's so that we can give you more one-on-one attention, essentially. Now that more one-on-one attention, some people are like, oh yeah, I need that, right? Like, until you get it. So when you get it, that means that there's a high accountability. That means that your homework's got to be done. That means you got to be prepared for class. You got to be in class on time, like that. Like, we're not a babysitting facility or anything like that, nor do we want you to think that that's what we think, okay? You're all adults. This is a decision you're making for you. We want you to get out of it fully what you are investing in it. We have 150% of each and every one of your instructors to pour into you. We ask that back from you. So that's the accountability side. So what we want from you is to know that what you're investing in yourself, that there's value to that you see that there's value to that, because that value is gonna last long beyond the time that you leave here. That value is what's gonna help make you successful from what you take from us and moving through the program and learning what you have been able to utilize along the way, and then also preparing you for what's out there currently, not just as soon as you graduate, but 3 to 5 years from then, maybe even 10 years from now. Like, what are you going to be doing, right? Like, we talk about all of these kinds of things. So we want to journey with you long after you're gone. You need a good support system, and most people entering into this industry lose that pretty quickly. I think you should love the people that you're with and that you're surrounding yourself with. You're going to make amazing connections and friendships and things like that. I'm not saying you're going to love every single person or you're going to love all your instructors every single day. However, they need to be your best friend because they're the ones who are going to be able to help you gain as much knowledge as possible so that when you do leave here, you feel confident, you feel more secure. You may still have butterflies, but we want you to be excited about that, not scared, right? We want you to feel confident that when you walk into any salon or spa, that you are well aware of what's going on. You may not know those services ins and outs. Who's going to remember every single thing? Not everybody, right? However, you're not going to be green. We don't want you to be green, okay? We want you to feel good, confident, and comfortable saying, you know what? I know a lot more than I thought I did when I left there. And you know what? I could have easily paid double for that because I feel so much more prepared now than I ever thought I would having left there. So yes, you're going to feel confident. Yes, you're going to have butterflies and all that kind of stuff, but it will be way into the industry before you realize really what did we do for you, okay? And at the fact that we're still here for you. We're not going anywhere, okay? So let's talk about 3 things that I would say are always brought up by people who are inquiring about this industry. And when I say inquiring about this industry, if you're watching this, chances are you're exploring the aesthetics program. You're exploring aesthetics in general. So that's the program that I want to talk to you about, because this is where there's a lot of confusion and a lot of unanswered questions. And I want to make sure that you're getting enough information and the right information, okay, based on what it is that we do. I'm not going to be talking about a lot of what other schools are doing. What I want you to do is just compare what I'm telling you so that you know why what we're doing is different than what other schools are doing. But remember, I said we are different than any other school for many reasons. One of the reasons that we started with this particular program was because, you know, COVID happened and we saw a lot of people getting laid off, whether that was moms, hospitality industries, like people of pretty high up positions, right? It was pretty sad, right? They're losing their jobs, getting laid off, and you know, they needed a source of income, and they also wanted an extra way to make money. So we made this program so that this was a very quick and easy program to be able to get through. I wouldn't say easy because it's an easy program. I don't mean it like that, but I'm saying in time-wise, right? It's a 12-week program. It's a 12-week 450-hour program. It's Tuesday through Saturday from 10 until 6. Now that's what we offer, okay? It's 450 hours because that's all that's required by the state. So let me just show you here. This can be found in our catalog that can be downloaded on VskiCosmetology.com. There's a button to be able to download our catalog that has the curriculum for the aesthetics program. But one of the things that you'll see here is there's 2 columns, and one says what the state requires and then one says what VSki offers, right? So no matter what school it is, the state requires 450 hours. South Carolina requires 450 hours. So these are the things that no matter what school you're in, they have to provide. The difference is how do they deliver it to you, okay? So that might be where one school differs from another, okay? So what we do is we provide you with those same things that the state requires. Okay, so you can see those side by side there. So for instance, it says maybe you have to have 120 hours of the 450 hours dedicated to sciences. We've done that, okay? Maybe it says you have to have 50 hours dedicated to hair removal. We've done that, okay? Now, in that 450 hours, here's what you got to do is understand that we give you so much more on top of that 450 hours. And when I say that, I mean, yes, you're going to get the foundation. That's all the school's required to do. That's all we're required to do is to give you the foundation, okay? So you're going to get that because the state requires that, okay? From any school. What is it that you're getting on top of that? So for us, so we train you in the science and the health of the skin, also hands-on foundational and advanced techniques, okay? We don't have to do this stuff. We choose to do this stuff, okay? Not everybody is coming into this program. You're going to come out with the same license, but you're not coming here for the same reason as the person who's sitting next to you, okay? So in a smaller school, in a smaller setting, we can customize and cater more towards what you're looking for as long as you're required to done and out of the way, okay? So electricity and electrotherapy, postmodern and post-graduation services that estheticians are now doing in spas every day. That is critical. That is what's not typically happening in these programs. So you need to be able to know, for instance, like Brazilian waxing. Yeah, sure, you might touch on it in school as a foundational thing, but how many women do you know that go to freestanding waxing facilities for Brazilian waxings every single day, right? I mean, this is not rocket science, okay? So you need to know about that stuff. And how about, you know, extensive microdermabrasion, chemical peels, brow lamination, lash lifts. These are all the things that we're putting into this program on top of what is just required, okay? So we like to also help you learn and break down ingredients from professional lines, not just a line that we use, because we don't want you branded on something that you have a hard time moving into another spa that you don't know what their brand is, right? We want you to be able to know what the ingredients are so that you know how the brands work no matter what brand you're using. So it makes you much more versatile in the industry, and that's what we're looking for. It would be like color theory, okay, like in makeup. We want you to learn that from the ground up, not based on your favorite color lines or your favorite makeup lines. So keep that in mind, that you need to be very versatile and you need to be able to maneuver through these things so that you feel much more confident, efficient, and you're also that much more valuable to other people. And you can always add this to your resume as well. So we also do makeup and lash extension certifications. We motivate in business skills, personality testing, and how to build a clientele. So there's a lot of the 70% of business that's not taught in schools. Of course, you get some business, but look here, these things are what make you successful in life too, and you need to know how that works. Learning theory and practical hands-on for state board exam prep, you're going to get that anyway. We're not worried about whether or not you're going to pass the state board exam. We've had great percentage rates for that. And we're very proud of that. And also with not only graduation rates, but licensure rates, but placement rates as well. We've done extensively well, I should say, on those. So we're very, very proud of that. And you know, you're going to be very well versed in the state laws and sanitation requirements. So those are the main things that are the educational side of things that you got to know, okay? That you got to know, what are you getting in the 450-hour program. Now, our 450-hour program is not federally funded. It is a cash-based program. And I say that to you because most other programs out there may offer financial aid. Now, there's not a whole lot of programs out there in the state of South Carolina that are for aesthetics, okay? But with that being said, you know, there's a difference between federally funded and what the requirements are for that versus not being federally funded. However, our program is fully accredited. So we are a fully accredited program. We are just not financially funded, okay? So there's a difference between short-term programs and long-term programs, and most of the time, if it's federally funded, it's falling into a long-term program, which essentially means more hours, more money. I wouldn't necessarily say more education, but that's what you need to find out, right? That's what you need to find out. We have 450 hours, but you're getting more education in the 450 hours. So I don't really understand why we should charge you for an extra 150 hours or make you come for an extra 150 hours when really you could be using that time and doing those hands-on services, making your own money once you graduate. So that's just how I kind of see it. And I'm not knocking anybody else's curriculums or the way that they're doing things. This is just how we do it, and this is our philosophy, and this is why we see things the way that we see them. So I just want you to understand how we are, okay? And if it raises any questions, then you have the questions to be able to ask other people if that were the case and find out why they're doing what they're doing, right? Like that's all that comes down to. So that is part of the, you know, the financial aspect, because this is always what comes up, okay, is the money side of things. So for us, our program is about, from what I've seen, it's a couple $1,000s less than other programs out there. And again, ours is 450 hours versus maybe some 600-hour programs, right? Ours is 12 weeks versus 20 weeks on a full-time program. So, you know, that's where some of that money comes into play, which is why ours is a lot less. Now, you get to use all of our supplies for the tuition cost, okay? So our tuition is $8,500 for the aesthetics program. It's a $100 application fee. And you can make a one-time payment, or we can set that up on a payment plan. Usually the payment plan is about a $1,700 down payment with 3 equal payments of $2,300. That $2,300 is due on the first day of school, and then 30 days from that is second payment, 30 days from that is your third payment. It's not rocket science. It just means your graduation requirements, which your finances are part of that, are handled before you graduate. So everything lines up, you're good to go. So that's the financial aspect, okay? I know people need to work. I know that people need to pay their bills. I know that coming up with that money is not easy. It is not easy. What I can tell you is that I want to help to see if you've exhausted all your options. Do you have people around you who support you? Do you have people who can help you with things? You know, have you exhausted all the avenues? And sometimes I can help you with those things. It's 12 weeks of your life, and yes, it is Tuesday through Saturday from 10 to 6. Tuesday through Saturday from 10 to 6. 3 months, 12 weeks. We have a class starting February 1st. They're going to be graduated April 23rd. Oh, that is so fast. So fast. So, I just want to let you know, like, that's the time aspect that people are always worried about, right? Like, what are they going to do? And with the finances, those are kind of go hand in hand, right? Time and money. Time and money, okay? Can you do it? I promise you, if you can help figure some of these out, or if I can help you figure out some of these things, we will do what we can on our end to help you make it work. If you're serious about this industry, you're dedicated, you're committed. Like, I don't want you just interested in it. That's not it. I want you to kill it in this industry. I want you to give it everything that you've got, and you've got a good support system here to help you do that. And even more so than that, look, I just want you to make the best decision possible for you. So wherever that is, make sure you have all the information that you need in order to make the best decision possible. I will tell you this 12-week program has been phenomenal. We have small class sizes. I don't care if I have 4 people in that class or 10 people in that class, whatever it is, they will mix. I would rather start a class with 4 people than with 10 people, knowing that the 4 people are the right, serious, committed people versus the 10 people who are just interested, okay? I want the serious people because we're going to take you way beyond where you ever thought you could go. And all those concerns that have been roadblocks for you and fears for you for starting this particular program, we kind of help you work those out and work through those this entire time. So please, please, please get in contact with me. Even if you just want to ask questions, even if you just want to pick my brain, I don't care, whatever it is. I love this industry. I want better, successful, professional people in this industry. So if that means you, and that's your personality, your temperament, and you just need a friend and someone to help you guide you, look here, I'm your girl, okay? Lay it on me, I'm your girl. I'm gonna do what I can for you, okay? I'm sorry that this was so long. However, I talk to so many people, and it's just sad that they're not getting the answers that they need. It's hard when that comes down to the fact that people just want your money, right? I don't want to take your money. If you don't want to be here, I don't want to take your money. If you're not going to give it 150%, I don't want to take your money, okay? We don't need that. I don't need bodies in the chair. I want the right bodies in the chair. Like I said, I'd start a class with 4 people of the right people, then 14 people who are not the right people, okay? So please, please, please let me know. My email address, remember, that's what you're going to do, is you're going to email me, okay, at info@VskiCosmetology.com. That is info@VskiCosmetology.com. Tell me who you are. Tell me what you're looking for, right? Give me a little background story kind of thing. And I will send you my cell phone number so that we can text, we can call, we can email, whatever works best for you. If you want to tour, if you want to FaceTime, I'm down for whatever, okay? So let's make it happen. Let me help you, and I look forward to talking to you soon. Again, I'm Miss Jennifer at VskiCosmetology School, and I am the Director of Education here, and I'm going to be your best friend.